Hello, Scraptember fans. Welcome back to another process video. Now, I am catching up on Scraptember. As you would have been noticed, I've not had much scrapping time, but I am loving the Scraptember prompts and creations I am watching through the Scrappy Sisters and Laura Alberts. So I've decided I'm going to play along. I have 2 weeks holidays and I am going to try and do my darndest to catch up. So I'm starting obviously here with day one, and the prompt is family. And I am scrapping our family Christmas from last year. I am getting messy. Why not? Haven't done it in a while. So I'm using an ink spray there where it wasn't working properly. I couldn't get the spray nozzle bit to work. So I've just, as you saw, put a heap onto a piece of scrap plastic and have done the lovely smooshing technique and smooshed some green around my page. Now that green is, oh, hang on, I've got it here on my desk. It is called Cut Grass and it's a Dilutions ink spray. I did use my paper towel just to roll off a little bit of the excess because I'm impatient with drying as well. But I just didn't want it to be too all over. All in your face. Now I'm going to come in with my stencil there, which is a really thin stencil, a gelato and texture paste. Now, peeps, Aussie, scrappy friends, have I got some news for you. I needed new gesso, I needed new texture paste, I also need new matte gel medium, which I forgot to grab. I went to Kmart and perused, as you do, the crafty section, and they have got their own brand of modelling paste, which is what I'm using here, and gesso. And I've used both and love it. I've got no issue with it. I actually find the gesso is not grainy, whereas your really expensive, like your Liquitex ones I've had before, are quite white gesso is really grainy. This one was not, and I gessoed this page anyway, just so you know, because obviously the wet media, didn't want it soaking in and ruining the page. But yes, I just thought I would put that out there, and they were far cheaper than your typical brands, because I went, originally I looked in Eckersley's, and yeah, I don't want a big pot, I only want smaller ones, because it dries out too quick. Maybe I need to make time to use it more. But yes, so if you're on the hunt on a budget for crafting supplies, hit up Kmart for their gesso and modelling paste. And I think they had like a matte medium. I wasn't too sure. But seriously, $8 or whatever it was a pot, give it a crack. All right, so as I said, used a pinky coloured gelato mixed in with the texture paste and created that background with the stencil, the circular ones. Kind of gave me a Christmas bauble-y hanging kind of feel, and that's why I picked it. I have this cut file that just says family. Excuse me. So I wanted to use that with these. I'd already planned to use it with these photos. Now, tapping away, trying to figure out what I was going to do in regards to matting my photos. And as you can see, I've played around with a lot. I originally, when I thought of this in my head, was going to use, there was a really stark greeny coloured Christmas paper in my Christmas stash, but it was just far too green with that background. So I wanted some more muted type papers to mat my photos on. So being that I didn't have enough of everything that I wanted to mat all of these photos, they're all going to be different. So the main photo here you saw, I've just used like a grey paper that's got lots of Christmassy words on it. Then I decided I'm just going to do white background for the small ones because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to mat them on. So let's go with trusty white. And I do actually really like the way this turned out, because I think that because they're smaller, it gives them a nice little pop on the background against like all the mixed media, and yeah, so it turns out quite well. And I had this piece of scrap, as I've said before. I always, when I use cut files, if I can save some of the scraps so it doesn't get thrown out, that I can use then like this one to mat photos on, that's what I do, just save on paper and whatnot, because why not? Although Although I must be due to cut some cut files because I'm running out of paper. Or scrap paper, I should say, of the white variety. But yeah, so in the mood for precision, so I used my trimmer. Some days I am like, whatever, and I cut because I cannot cut straight. I don't know what it is. And other days, yeah, it has to be perfect. All right, now, I do set that aside to dry. As you can see, I'm going to fiddle around here with some bits and pieces that I had when I was looking through the papers that I thought this is going to go really all right on my layout. I am trying to, as I've said before, really get through my Christmas stash. So definitely pulling out what I can and using it where I can and catching up all at the same time. All right, didn't like how blocky this looked, but I really wanted to use it. So it was actually a PL card, but I have cut it down to make it kind of like an embellishment, I guess. Yeah, so it just looked, I trimmed it down as you saw and then went, nah, it just didn't flow the way I wanted it to. Now, the only other thing was I had these 4 photos and I was like, how the hell am I going to fit all these in? But it works. It's a very busy layout photo-wise. To me, it's a heavy photo layout because of the 4 photos on it. So it doesn't need, I don't think I put lots of embellishing on, but yeah. All right, things are in place. Now using my favourite glue, the Art Glitter Glue, brought it from Crazy Craft Obsession. Love the metal tip. It is perfect for, and you'll see when I do the cut file, it doesn't glob everywhere. It's, precision for the little finer things in our scrapbooking. All right, now, let the fun begin. Let the embellishment start. So, had this wood, no, it's not wood. Chipboard? It's chipboard? I don't know. And I was thinking about using a paint pen to colour it, but I changed my mind because I thought that it just added a different element to my layout. It almost is kind of like a warmth to it. So I left that Christmas word bare, really. And it fitted nicely underneath the cut file. So now the title would be Family Christmas. Just going through, as I said, using up stash. I've got a little button down there, or flare badge that was an old Flutterby's Designs one. What am I looking for? Where am I going? But yeah, lots and lots of pieces. As you can see, it is very busy. I did cut out a bit here, as you can see, like I edited out lots of just the snipping and bits and pieces. If it's something you want to see like in full, the whole layout, please let me know. But generally, I just cut out the bits that are a bit boring. But if you want to see the entire process, yeah, let me know in the comments. Now, as you can see, the mixed media for the most part gets actually now covered up, but I really, really liked how this layout went. I struggle with doing just plain white backgrounds, and I just felt that this needed a bit of mixed media to particularly make the cut file pop and just to make it lots of fun. It was our Christmases So this is our Lane family Christmas. So my side of the family, we get together generally at my parents'. We'll cram in there and, yeah, it's loud, it's noisy, there's lots of food, there's lots of laughter, lots of presents. It's great fun. My dad got to wear the, elf hat that I had, and my stepdaughter this year got to play Santa's helper. So we kind of take turns, I guess. Usually it's me. But this year we let Beth take the crown and have some fun with Poppy and giving out the presents. But it's chaos, but it is so much fun. And the kids just love it. As you can see, she's the youngest there. She's a bit of a devil, but she was thrilled. And the present at the top there that she's opening. So we have a bit of a thing. It's a musical piano. I like to buy my nieces and nephews the noisy toys because I'm that aunt. So that piano makes a lot of noise. It doesn't need batteries either, so there is no running out. Yes, so my sister-in-law and my brother just love me so much. One year I brought my niece, my other niece, a frozen microphone. And no matter what they did to try and hide it, it never, A, ran out of batteries, and B, my niece always found it. So, winning. But, yes, it's always good to have some fun. But our Christmases, exactly what Christmas should be. Lots of fun. Actually, all of our big celebrations are always lots of fun. There you go, some up close and personal. Now, I really hope you have liked this, you enjoyed this layout. Here are my close-ups of the layout. As I said, I am going to try and catch up. Keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram because I'm not probably going to film every single Scraptember video, but I'm sure that these will run for me. Scraptember will run into November because I'm catching up. But yeah, cheers for watching, and I hope you're having a great scrappy day. Thanks. See you soon, guys. Bye.